The more that we've progressed as humans, the more we've become more disobedient to God and further from God. In Genesis chapter 6, we're introduced to humanity at a very wicked point in time. And then God says he regrets making humans. He says this in Genesis chapter 6 verse 7. He says, "So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them," because people were living in sin. If you read before, it even said the fallen angels came into this world and were having kids with women. Women were marrying these fallen angels, and Nephilim were born. These are giants and like demonic entities that people used to worship at that time. So the world became very wicked, and God regretted making humanity, but he still gave us another chance. And then Jesus in Matthew chapter 24, he tells us that before he returns, it will be like the days of Noah. People are going to live unaware. People are going to be living in sin. And that's what's happening right now. Instead of progressing in our walk with Christ, instead of progressing in intimacy with Christ, everyone's just going further away from Christ. I think a lot of people know about it, but there's this show called Love Island that happens every summer where people go to find love on a private island in Fiji, if I'm not sure. And I've watched that TV show before, and it's one of my biggest regrets, because now as a Christian, seeing what I used to watch, it's just mind-blowing to me, because all they do there is all about lust. It's all about how these people can gratify the desires of the flesh. All they do is just gratify the desires of lust, and millions and millions and millions of people watch this, and now it's normal to watch such things. In movies and TV shows, it's normal to see all this wickedness and think that it's normal. But Jesus says the hearts of many will grow cold in the last days. This is why us believers need to be awake and see what we're watching and actually stand up against it. Because this is not of God. This is of the devil, and the devil's moving at his best right now. In 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8 says the devil's like a prowling lion seeking for someone to devour. You know, in the book of Revelation it says Satan knows that his time is short. So he's going to do everything in his power to deceive many and bring them to hell with him. That's his main goal. You know, if you guys have watched movies, when people want to bring harm to someone or want someone to feel pain, they never attack that person. They attack their family members because they care a lot about their family. And if their family is gone, they're going to feel more pain than them actually dying. And Satan's trying to do that with God. In the scriptures, it literally says that we're God's most prized and valued possession. We're his most valuable possession. And he's going to do everything in his power to harm us, to separate us from God with everything of this world that it brings, so that God's heart may be broken. So as Christians, let's rise up and stand against this foolishness and call people out for their sin and the debauchery and sin that's happening in this world, because time is running out. That's our message for you. Peace.